Living the life.
Our next guest is a passionate pastry chef who says that her homemade Middle Eastern desserts are made with fresh ingredients and a lot of love. Now I'm going to go over to Naeem Bai, who is with our pastry chef, inshallah, and is going to be preparing something very special for you.
Thank you so much. Well, look, they made sure that the person that was standing here didn't have a sweet tooth, yeah? Sadly, obviously does. So anyway, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the show. Now listen, before we go into the actual, what we're here for, tell us a bit about yourself. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Iraq, but I grew up in the UK.
Okay, and now tell us about, you've been into, is it baking? Is it cooking? What is it?
I don't know, I don't think it's baking, because I feel like if you say baking, I think cakes. And
right. So you specialise
I think somewhere baking and somewhere cooking in between.
So you specialise in Middle Eastern desserts?
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't say complete specialist, but definitely like this is my...
You know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Now,
this is what I really enjoy doing.
What we're going to make here today, and tell us about, it looks really simple, but the dessert you're going to make is quite, it looks complicated.
Everyone loves it.
Right, tell us about it. What have we got here?
So I'm making kunafa today, and I'm going to teach you how to make a really simple way. I mean, it's really the simplest
So this is not the authentic, but the simplest way?
It's not 100% authentic, but the simplest way.
Okay, brilliant.
Because authentically, it's made with cheese called akawi and nablusi, but we're not going to go into that too long.
Here that looks cheesy.
Okay, so I've got mozzarella.
It's cheesy?
Yeah, one mozzarella. Pistachio, crushed pistachio.
Yeah.
Ghee.
Oh my God, that's what we use in Pakistan.
Yeah, I know. Asians keep calling it desi ghee, but I just...
It is desi ghee. Yeah. There's no other place in the world that has ghee except us.
Arabs call it semna, so you know.
So you have that same kind of thing as well?
We use it a lot in for baklawa, for kunafa, for all sorts. And here he goes, shredded phyllo pastry. This is really important. Okay.
Now, this is not easy to find, is it?
Yes and no. It's as long as you live in like the Middle Eastern shops area where there's lots of Middle Eastern shops.
I'm not going to find it in Glasgow that easily.
If they've got Middle Eastern shops, then they should have it. So Turkish shops,
very few.
Syrian shops, even Iraqi
Preston,
shops.
is that possible in Preston?
Yeah, we have a Turkish shop across the road from where we live.
There you go. They'll definitely have it. Turkish shops. Oh yes.
Is
before
that just
I forget.
water?
No, not at all. This is syrup. I'm not going to teach you how to make that today.
But what kind of syrup is it?
It's basically sugar syrup, and then traditionally it's also you use it with rose water and you add orange blossom, but today I've made it completely just a simple sugar syrup, and it's thick.
Right,
yeah.
Fantastic. Look, I'm worried that you've got a pair of pliers here as well.
Oh yeah, I also use that. Yes, I like using pliers. This is not traditional because the pan gets hot, so I like to just hold it and control it that way.
Fantastic.
Right. You know,
okay,
makes things easier.
What's the starting point here?
Okay, so starting point is wash your hands, of course.
Did that earlier as well.
Yeah. So you take some semna.
Or ghee.
Yeah, ghee, sorry, ghee. You know. Try to go for grass-fed if you can. Yeah.
So all you're doing is just spreading that?
Yeah, be generous because traditionally what you're supposed to do is melt it over the pastry and then rub it with your hands. But today I'm just going to do it like this. It's so much easier. And then you just take some phyllo, shredded phyllo pastry. That looks like noodles.
It's very thin noodles to say the least.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to eat it like noodles. Like if you were to boil it, it would just dissolve.
So you're literally putting on enough to...
Yeah, initially you
looks like a bird's nest.
Exactly. That's what it starts looking like. This is the easiest way, I'm showing you. It looks like a bird's nest, it does, I agree. Okay, and then you take... now, depending on how you like it, some people like cheesy, some people don't. I don't know. Do you like yours cheesy?
So this is just normal mozzarella cheese?
Normal. This is standard. Now, you don't have to use mozzarella. You can use ricotta. You can use mascarpone. You can use, what else? Cream,
When you were saying how cheesy do you, I mean, how much do you put on it? What would say it's cheesy or it's not cheesy?
Nearly the whole thing. Okay. But I've had people say to me, can you make it really cheesy? And then I've had other people say, don't make it too cheesy. So it's all about what you like. And if you like, which I like to do, I also like to have some pistachio inside it. It's something I like to do. It's really tasty.
Right, so that's pistachio nuts. And then
you just
are you going to put more on it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, wow.
It's got...
I mean, that's just enough for one person. How sad are you going to taste any?
She should too, because if we slice it in half.
Oh, okay.
Provided you don't eat all of it.
I don't like sharing my dessert, I have to admit.
Right. Now, at the moment, it looks like a mess.
it looks like a bird's nest. Let's just say that much.
Yeah, it does. But trust me, you'll see it'll come really nicely together.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you need 2 of these quickly. So I'm gonna also fill this up.
What about this? What about the syrup?
That comes right at the end. That's
Right
gonna
at the end.
sizzle it. You're gonna have to hear the sizzle. Well, hopefully you will. You should.
Inshallah.
Okay. So now.
So I need to invest in these 2 plates as well. Or do you get bigger plates as well?
You get bigger ones, yeah. You get this one and a bigger one. I can't really find any bigger. I also like to use.
So what's special about these plates? You mentioned something.
Okay, so these.
This is important.
These usually
They're not just normal plates, are they?
Yeah, usually they go on a gas cooker. Okay. So they don't work on an induction cooker. That's why we're using a pan. So please don't use a frying pan unless you've got one of these gas cookers. Just slide it into the oven. Okay. So let's just see if the hand is super hot.
Right, so let's just hold on here now.
Yeah. Now
because we've got to go for the Isha Adhan, inshallah.
Oh, great.
Right?
Yeah.
So, right, we're going to go for the Isha Adhan.
Yeah.
And in that time, how long is it going to take to cook?
Good 15 minutes.
Oh, my goodness, right.
We want it nice and crispy.
Okay, shall we put that on then? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do it there. Right, brilliant. And we're just going to leave that cooking now?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
Fantastic.
Just
So in 15 minutes' time, hopefully earlier,
hopefully,
we're going to see what this, and then we're going to look at, use the syrup as well, inshallah. I can hear some sizzling going on.
Yeah. So
And the kunafa, it's shrunk.
It's shrunk. It's not looking like a bird's nest
Fantastic.
anymore.
Right, what's going to happen next?
Okay.
You've buttered or put ghee into the second plate.
Yeah. Now, just to be clear, I didn't mention this earlier on, but you can use butter, or you can use you can also use margarine if you want to. But
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I've just flipped it. So you buttered the other one,
Right.
and you put it on top, and you remove
wow.
that. There you go.
Check this out.
That's super hot.
Fantastic.
Right.
So that's the actual, that's what kunafa looks like.
Yeah, there you go. It's looking it's perfect.
So we're going to try and do the same on the other side now.
No, I think that's it. We've flipped it already now.
And that's it.
That's it. Now we just need to wait for this to cook.
So the bottom side is going to start looking similar.
Yes, we want it nice
Okay.
and golden and crispy. Now the thing with the trick is with ghee, it comes out crispier. If you're not too crazy about crispy, you can always just use butter or margarine, but it will come out less crispy, but it'll still come out golden.
And what's going to happen to the syrup? And are we going to put some more pistachio nuts on it? Or?
And then, so at the end, we're going to then round it off, finish it off with.
So you've just used that immediately to flip it. Now you've taken it back off, and it's just going to sit there for the next few minutes.
Yeah, to crisp up. We want it nice and crispy.
Okay, so in the scale of desserts,
Yeah.
where does that fit in the scale of Middle Eastern desserts?
What do you mean? Oh, this one it's like. It depends.
If I was to ask you what is the best or the most luxurious or the most difficult to make?
I think the most luxurious and most difficult to make would probably be baklava, depending
really?
on how you want to make it. Yeah, but I feel like this is the easiest.
Oh, it definitely has been today.
Yeah, but it depends. Isn't it? It's easy for me to say that. Some people
So
struggle.
what are the Middle East desserts? You've got baklava.
You've got baklava, you've got
Mamul.
Mamul, yes.
Yeah.
Now you've got different types of mamul. You've got Saudi, you've got Lebanese.
And they've all got the different.
You've got Iraqi style mamul, but we don't call it mamul. We call it kleche, which is very
Okay.
similar. It's also like soft pastry filled with dates.
Oh wow.
Obsessed with dates. Where I'm
And
from.
then you've got kunafa.
one,
And what
yeah.
else is there? Any other?
There is, depending on where you're from. So there's also warbat, which is like filled with.
Warbat.
Yeah, which is filled with ushta, which is like a milky
Would you like
cream.
some warbat?
Yeah. I actually
love it.
had someone get some off me last week on Saturday, and they loved
So
it.
you cook all this at home?
Yes,
and
it's my
sell it
passion. Yeah.
online?
Yeah.
Where, if somebody wants to get some of this stuff fresh from you, where would they go?
Instagram.
What's it called?
Kunafa Dreams Harrow.
Kunafa Dreams?
Harrow.
Harrow.
Yeah.
So you limit yourself to Harrow. Do you deliver it or they pick it up or what
They
happens?
pick it up. If you're really close, I'll deliver it. But generally, most people come and just pick
But
it
do you
up.
do around London or just that particular
No,
northwest
if
London?
people obviously place in a really huge order, and then they can come. Either I go and drop him off to them.
So if you
yeah.
wanted to make a huge order of kunafa, what kind of? I mean, you'd have to get some massive plates.
I'd need a lot of plates. Yeah.
So you'd
So like for weddings or special occasions like akikas, weddings, whatever. So I
Fantastic.
make them in bulk and then take them there. And we need to heat them in the oven. Yeah,
Superb.
but they come out less soft. That's the issue.
Now that's really bubbling a lot.
Yeah, that means it's nearly done.
It's nearly done, right? So
And then-
what's going to go on to? What's going to happen next?
Then I'm going to put the syrup on top.
Okay.
Now, if you want to make this at home, which actually you'll need to make them at home, is 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, and a tablespoon of lemon. Bring it to boil. Don't stir, otherwise it'll crystallize. Bring it to boil, and then stir just once. You stir it just once, and that's it. And then you leave it alone for till up to 8 minutes. Then you switch it off, and you leave it to cool down, and it becomes like this, nice and thick.
And now that's going to go on top of that.
And that's going to go on
while
top of
it's
that.
heating.
While it's cooking it up. And then when I put it on top, it's going to sizzle up, and it's going to...
Okay, are we ready to hear the sizzle?
I don't know if it's ready yet. I need to check if it's golden at the bottom of this. So I think just give it another minute.
A minute? Do we have a minute?
Do we have a minute?
We've got a minute. We've got a minute, alhamdulillah.
Okay.
And what's the best kind of pliers to get?
Guys, oh, you don't... Actually, you're supposed to use these other metal ones, but I didn't like them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like... I don't know what they call them. They use them for shisha or something. You know, I don't like using those. So I like pliers because they're just nice and firm. And
it's just to flip it over. That's
it's
what,
just to flip it over. It's just to keep it cool, because especially, by the way, you're usually supposed to use these pans on a gas cooker because it doesn't
conduct well. They've done that badly here. I mean, obviously, you've had to use the pan
We've had to use the pan,
make that happen.
Otherwise it won't work with it.
And does this stuff stay fresh for a long time? Do you have to use it within a certain period?
Yeah, you do, because like right now it's already drying out because we've left it out in the air, but usually you cover it with a damp cloth. You should cover it with a damp cloth. And what's it made from? It's made of it's literally water, flour. It's filo pastry. It's water,
noodles.
flour, and cornstarch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It takes too long. Don't bother making it. It takes too long.
Right, let's have a look. Can we have a look now, because we're getting to that point on the show.
Now. I think I can pour this.
Go on then. Right, are we ready for the sizzle?
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, that looks amazing.
Now, do you like yours super syrupy? Because you're the one who's going to have it.
I don't know. So I'm going to have to find out from Sadia, but don't worry, we'll go with what you're doing.
Okay,
we'll go
we'll stop with that because I don't like,
right.
you know.
And what's going to happen?
And then I'm just going to take it off now.
Ooh, watch yourself.
I know. Health and safety.
Shall we?
Yeah, shall we just... Okay.
Wow. That looks absolutely fantastic.
Ooh, when I it's cut,
it's a little
stuck at the bottom.
There.
Yeah, it's a bit stuck at the bottom. Wait. You got to wait for a minute.
Mashallah.
Oh, God, it's like...
No, it looks great.
It's got stuck
and
to the pan.
do you put some more pistachio nuts on?
And that's it. And then you just literally brush with some pistachio. Does the camera have a good...
Right, we're coming to the end of the show.
Does the camera have a good image
Fantastic.
of it?
Can you see that?
Can you see that?
But what you see to see more importantly is a bit of this.
Also, and if you like to get extra with it, you can either add kaymak, which is a Turkish clotted cream, or you can add ice cream. I love adding ice cream to it.
Oh, yes.
Especially now it's winter.
And are you meant to have this hot?
You're meant to have it hot, so people sometimes but you can also eat it cold. It's really
quick reminder, once again, your Instagram page is...
Kunafa Dreams at Harrow.
Harrow. Sadia, sorry to say, I'm just going to taste this.
It's super hot. Be careful, you might scald yourself. It's really hot. It looks really hot.
Oh, wow. That is perfect.
Yeah. And that's not traditionally made. It's not made with the rose water or the orange blossom. So
irrespective, it's fantastic. Alhamdulillah. Sadia, over to you.
MashaAllah, that was absolutely phenomenal to see, subhanAllah. We'd like to thank all of our guests, and we will see you same time, same place. Until then, Assalamu alaikum.
Living the life.